everyone doing? Excellent. Welcome to the 2014 Teen Wolf panel. Alright, so it has been 1 year since we last gathered in Ballroom 20 to talk about MTV's deliriously exciting, endlessly inventive, and incredibly funny Teen Wolf. In that time, we've mourned the loss of Allison Argent, said goodbye to the Wonder Twins, and marveled at Dylan O'Brien's astounding dual performance. We've also made some new friends. Kira, Liam, Maria, Jamie, Banish. And we've seen the return of one woman we all thought was dead. I mean, she actually still could be dead. With the show, you never have any idea, because this is Beacon Hills, a town overrun with assassins, alphas, banshees, and according to Styles, maybe one were-cheetah who's super good at lacrosse. And if you think you know who the benefactor is, please tell me, because I literally cannot figure it out, and I would appreciate just some help. But in an attempt to answer all of those questions, and hopefully a lot more, please help me welcome to the stage the cast and creator of Teen Wolf. She is the best friend we'd all love to have until she predicted our death, Holland, Roden. In the immortal words of Britney Spears, he's not a boy, not yet an alpha, Tyler Hoechlin. So we met her in Eichen House, so it makes a lot of sense that we're crazy for Shelley Hennig. He survived the New Kitsune, and he's here today, Dylan O'Brien. Alpha, Beta, Zeta, doesn't matter, he'll always be our Teen Wolf, Tyler Posey. So he's not a were-cheetah, but he is the newest Teen Wolf in Beacon Hills, Dylan Sprayberry. And last but not least, the man who controls it all, executive producer Jeff Davis.
Shelley, I'm in Dylan's seat. Just get over. Wait, no, we're good. Fine. Oh, the bit didn't work. The bit didn't.
Jeff, I'm gonna let you handle that situation.
I think I broke my toe on that cartwheel.
This giant man is John Duff, our extraordinary berserker, and a special shout out to our special effects team who made
porn!
John Duff.
I don't have a skateboard.
I think this just goes to show what an incredible special effects department that Teen Wolf has. I think we should give it up for that.
Wait, should we move over so that we're in the right place? Yes. There we
Little seat shuffle.
There we go.
Sorry guys, this is our first time at Comic Con.
Alright, so.
Wow, look at everybody. Oh my God.
So, two quick issues before we get into talking about the new season. First, I think we all just need to give a collective round of applause to Dylan O'Brien for everything he did at the end. And secondly, Mr. Davis, I believe you have something you would like to talk about.
I do. I have a special announcement. We just found out yesterday, have to keep secret, we will be coming back for a 5th season. episodes like Fourth, it would be 20, which is easier. 20 more episodes of Teen Wolf coming.
Nice. Like there was any doubt. All right, so Jeff, let's talk about season 4. I have to tell you, the whole Deadpool of it all has been amazing. Seeing all these different characters come in, some with mouths, some without mouths. I mean, it's pretty dope. Can you talk about how much acid you had to do to think of? No. Can you talk about where that idea was born from?
It was actually born out of, there was not very much time between the end of season 3 and the beginning of season 4. We had to come up with ideas really quickly. And I was sitting around with my brothers during Christmas, and we were reminiscing and lamenting the fact of how we were so poor in our 20s, and didn't realize how poor we were being raised by a single mom. And I wanted to take it back to those sort of Spielbergian type struggles you see in like E.T., where the kids and the single mom were really poor, and they had to have very human struggles. And for us in the writer's room, it was a way to get back to human problems, as opposed to creating or inventing another really complicated mythology based around a supernatural creature. So we have assassins and bad guys this year who are a little more human, but just as nasty as the others.
Nice. And I appreciate that with the addition of Dylan Sprayberry, you've continued to only cast just
Yeah.
2 names. I think it's important for everyone to be actors out
Now
there.
that happens.
I mean,
There should be Dylan's and Tyler. We call him Little Dill. You call him Little Dill Spray?
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I think I called him that once.
You said that in an interview.
For Dylan Sprayberry, what has it been like to join the show? I mean, this is a group of guys who've been together for quite a long time. Is there hazing? I mean, how rough of a fun transition has it been for you?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome meeting these guys. That's really echoey. These guys are great. They're like my brothers now, and we've been working for like a half a year, and it feels like we've been working together forever. It's awesome. He's like the greatest kid alive, too. He's only 16.
Just turned 16.
For Posey and Roden, I mean, does it, on the show, Styles and Scott kind of take him under their wing? Has that been sort of replicated on set as well?
Yes.
It definitely has. Well, we don't. I mean, I feel like he's taking us under his wing too. We just fit well together. You know, it's not like I feel like I'm older than him and we're trying to show him the ropes. It's just we're just hanging out. We're having fun, you know, and it's a great time. You were perfect. I love you. Will you marry me? Don't Sprayberry. I will.
What about the other Dylan?
I love it. Jeff, clearly he's fitting in very well. How have you enjoyed writing for Liam, and what can we expect moving forward?
What can we expect to move forward in the season?
For Liam,
For Liam? Well, more struggle. What he's going to have to deal with in the future is he starts to learn that he's okay being a werewolf, but he's not ready to quite be the hero that Scott and Styles are. So he has a lot of struggle there. He gave an interview actually a little while ago where he had the best quote, and somebody asked him, was it scary to be suddenly working with all adult actors? And Dylan said, no, because they all lacked my age.
very nice. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yes, and by the way, for season 5, Dylan is now a series regular.
But you know, that is not the only new addition we've had to Beacon Hills in a major way this year. Malia has really been... Shelley, we loved you last season. It was cemented when you made Kira do that really weird dance in the season premiere. For the record, is that really Arden dancing, or is she just an amazing fake bad dancer?
Both. She's a great dancer. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, you know, it's interesting
It's
because...
really hard to mess that up when you're just dancing in a club.
Malia sort of fits into this world in an interesting way because she's so much more mature on some level than the rest of them. She's living in the wilderness, she's away for her own. What do you like about what she brings to the show?
I like that she brings honesty. She doesn't have a filter, which can be a little rude sometimes. That's why she has Styles to explain to everyone that
sense of humor and really good comic timing. She's like, when we first saw we saw the first cut of the lacrosse game, lacrosse practice, where she's doing all the facial impressions. We knew she'd be really funny, and we're happy to be able to write humor for her and Styles.
Shelley,
Thank you.
you guys have had a lot of permutations of weird, awkward teenage romance on the show, but I feel like none have really been like this. I have been watching the whole season. I don't even know if they're actually dating, I feel like. Like, what is the deal with Styles and Leah at this point?
Wait, what's the question?
What is the deal with Styles and
Are they
Leah?
dating?
They're unique. They're unlike most relationships in high school, I think. They're
Do they have sex? Spoilers.
tons of sex, of course.
Yeah!
No, sex is bad.
Sex is good. Sex is bad.
Unless you're married. Oh God.
There's a sign here that says there's underage people in this audience.
Help. Jeff?
Not saying that.
Jeff, what do you think of this question?
I can say for upcoming, they may have a rocky road ahead. So it's gonna get difficult for Malia and Styles, especially as a certain secret about her parentage comes out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who knows what that secret is? Yeah.
Well, that's not the only secret being kept at the moment. I mean, Hoechlin, I feel like Derek has a huge secret that he's keeping from everyone, which we found out in last week's episode. What was your reaction when you found out your character was slowly losing all of his powers?
For me, it was actually really exciting. It was kind of an opportunity to, I think anytime you come across something with your character that you can personally relate to in like a very real kind of way is always really exciting. So for me, Derek becoming more human was much the same as I went through when I stopped playing baseball, because that was such a huge identity thing for me as a kid growing up, that when I stopped, I kind of had this weird, moment where you go, well, who am I without that? So for Derek to be losing his powers as a werewolf, he's gonna have to figure out who he is when he's not a werewolf. So it's becoming a human and moving on and finding your identity and who you are and what you stand for and the actions you take, as opposed to just a label that you might have.
There was the scene where Derek said to Scott, "You're really good at this," after he watched him sort of talk Linda. I thought that was such a great scene, and it was like a passing of the torch in a really interesting way.
It was funny because when you were asking Posey and Dylan about how they are with Sprayberry on set, like being the older brothers kind of thing, it's been really weird to watch because Posey and Dylan are now the same age that I was when we started the show. And
Is that crazy?
Sprayberry's a little bit younger than they were, but still, it's kind of, when we shot that scene, it was one of those weird moments of life. I can't see the far end of the table. What's going on?
Watch the TV. You see everything in there.
Just look at
No,
your
but
face.
oh, that's weird. Am I
Right?
But it was a weird moment of like, oh my god, exactly what's happening in this scene is kind of what's happening in real life. It's like seeing Scott fill that role that Derek was in season 1, and it was like a really weird kind of trippy moment. So I really enjoyed that scene. It was probably one of my favorite scenes we've ever shot on the show for me personally.
Nice. Holland, I would imagine, given everything Lydia's gotten to do this season, really in finding and embracing her banshiness, there's probably a lot of things that could stick out as sort of favorite things that you've gotten to do this year.
Favorite things I've gotten to
Did Holland fart just now?
That was a mouth fart.
She's finally like the others.
Yeah. I finally have some romantic freedom. Yeah. I'm an independent woman. You're Beyonce. Yeah. So Lydia's discovered that album, and I would say, I think it's been incredible to know, and there is more to come about Lydia's history and why she's a banshee. And now that she has all this newfound power, it's just based on the fact, can she help anybody with it? And so Lydia has to be like the best at everything, including helping people. And so somehow that's supposed to be an altruistic quality in that sentence. And so she wants to help people. That's basically her MO this season, and hopefully with her power she'll be able to do so.
Awesome. Jeff,
Hell yeah.
she was talking about, learn more about her family. What can you sort of say about the banshiness of it all?
You're gonna learn a lot more. One of the things we really enjoyed about struggle for her to master her powers, and we're going to see in the next episode, especially next 2 episodes, how she struggles with